Hi, LinkTree fam. Okay, well, it is morning and it is time for us to leave. If you are new here, we are traveling back to our Omaha, Nebraska house from our South Texas house. We have 11 kids in the car, 2 adults, 3 dogs, and this time we're leaving our chickens and ducks here. But we need all the prayers we can get. Hopefully we don't break down this time. Okay, so it is about an hour later than I wanted to leave, which seems to be the story every time we travel. It's always about an hour late. So it is 10 o'clock. I wanted to leave at 9, but we'll just get back a little bit later, which is fine. I didn't want to rush and make everything, full of anxiety. So we just took our time this morning, got everything packed up. We are pretty much done. We just need to go grab Quinn and get her in the car. Everybody else is in the car. 2 dogs are in the car. We showed our neighbor what to do with the horses and kittens and chickens and ducks and things like that. It is a cold morning, actually. It was like 30 when I woke up this morning. So I am going to go grab Quinn, hop in the car, and then we are heading to Omaha.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. Feeling we chase, I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
Well, we got back at about 3 o'clock in the morning and we knew there was snow on the ground, but the kids are taking full advantage of it this morning. It is probably only about, 9 o'clock, and they have been up and raring to go. I know Christian he's questioning it. He's not quite sure what to think. He keeps pointing at it saying, "What's that?" And it's so funny. It is absolutely freezing here. Which isn't good. It's supposed to get colder and colder as the days go by. So I am not looking forward to that, but I am so glad the kids are having fun playing in the snow. Here's one of the bad things about leaving your stuff behind for a while is you never know what's going to happen. So we had high winds here, and which is not unusual. We thought we had it tucked in close enough to the house that it would be fine, but it was not, and it fell over and it bent it. So I am really bummed about that. I love this thing. It would be perfect in Texas. I hope we can bend it back and it'll be fine. It will still work. But I'm not sure. We'll have to just see on that. But I'm crossing my fingers. If you can see behind me, we are back at our Omaha house. So the trip was uneventful, thank God. It was a good trip. So Logan, he's such a great traveler. He just pretty much sleeps and eats the whole time, and that's it. So he's really good. Christian is our hard one. He is a terrible traveler. Yesterday was not that bad. I was surprised. He did really good up until like nighttime because he just can't get comfortable in his car seat. So he wakes up over and over and over and cries. So that was hard. It gets frustrating, especially when it's the end of the trip and we're super tired. But we made it through it. We got here at about 3 o'clock in the morning. It must have been maybe about 3:15 in the morning. And we got our stuff in, got the dogs. We have to let the dogs out, let them go potty. We had to get Harley's kennel set up. And then we have to get the kids to calm down because they're all excited. But we walked in and Sean's parents Oh my gosh, they're such a blessing. They had food for us. So they had went grocery shopping, and it's funny because they had all the cereals lined up, and then they had stuff on our other counter, and they bought all kinds of treats and pop for the kids. And those, you know, those are grandparent things, because that's things that we don't normally have. The kids get treats. We don't normally do pop, but they love that. They walk in, they're like, whoa! And then they bought us like eggs and sausage and pizzas and pizza rolls for lunch. And so we have like several days worth of food, so we don't have to go off and go shopping right away, because that's always a big thing. And you know, getting in at like 3 a.m. and then we didn't go to bed until like 4 a.m. And I finally got Logan down and back to sleep, and so we went to bed about 4, and then Logan got up at 8, and so then we were up at 8, and all the kids were up and they were eating cereal. And so then the other thing too is there's snow on the ground here. So we came from Texas, where it's been like the lowest high has been in the 60s, and the highest high has been 80. So we have had some really nice weather, but we get here and there's at least an inch or two of snow on the ground. And so the kids were like, man. And so this morning, the first thing they wanted to do was go out and play in the snow. So they went out and played in the snow this morning and had so much fun. So we absolutely love our Texas house, and that is ultimately where we want to be. But I will tell you that it gets hard sometimes when you're going back and forth. Not only is the travel hard and the switching gears like in your mind and where things are at in your kitchen and, you know, in your room, and but also there are a lot of good things about this house. So let me tell you a couple of the things that I really miss about here in Omaha. I really miss our water pressure. Our water pressure here. So in Texas, we have like no water pressure. It is so hard to wash your hair. So I can shampoo it, and that's not easy, but it's easier. And then I put conditioner in it, and it is so hard to get the conditioner out because there's no water pressure at all. We've tried turning the pressure up, and I think it's as high as it's gonna get, but there's still like no water pressure. So here, I went to turn on the faucet, and I normally turn it on like all the way. I had to turn it on all the way, and I did that here, and water went whoosh, like just everywhere. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's pressure here. And so I really miss the water pressure. I really miss the size of the house, because this house is way bigger. It's about 1,000 square feet more than our Texas house. But funny enough, that house in Texas is actually a lot quieter. So the house here seems to be so much louder, even though it's bigger, which is interesting. The other thing I really miss is there's so many new things about this house. Like we knocked out a wall and we made our kitchen huge. So we have like this ginormous 11-foot island, and we have this brand new kitchen with all these brand new cabinets that they're soft close, so they never slam. And then we have like all the soft closing toilets, and we have the 3-sided fireplace with our we call it a fire and ice wall. It's a wood wall that is, the wood is burned, and then we have our glasses in there. So there's just so many new things about here. Sean just redid our upstairs bathroom. We really haven't even had a lot of time to use that bathroom. So those kind of things we do miss. Now, I thought it would be interesting because just about every kid has said that they prefer Texas. And I see why, because Sean and I actually do prefer Texas. Now, one of the biggest things that we miss about being in Omaha is our family, of course. But I'm just talking like things when you walk in the house and you just immediately notice, like, oh man, I really miss that. So I'm going to ask the kids what they miss. One thing that they really miss about our Omaha house, even though most of them really have said that they want to be in Texas. Okay, so Emma just happened to be standing right here, and so she's gonna go first. Okay, so we're talking about things that you miss about our Omaha house. What is one thing, like the ultimate thing you miss?
Kitchen.
Yep. So Emma does all the baking and
cooking.
And a lot of cooking. Yep. And so I could see why she misses the kitchen. Our kitchen in Texas is tiny. And this kitchen here in Omaha is probably, I would say,
2 times
maybe
bigger.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say 4 times bigger. It's probably 4 times bigger. And we have to have our dining room table in our kitchen there, whereas here our dining room table is back here down. And so we have way more room in our kitchen, and everybody can sit around the island, which is really nice. So I understand. You have all this counter space that you can use to cook, and if you've ever watched Emma's cooking videos, she's usually all over the place, right? Yeah. Lily's next. So, you know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
What's one thing you miss?
My family here, and
Yeah.
then the fire pit here.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. By the way, I see you have just a little bit of leftover powdered donut right there.
It was all over my face when I was making the snowman.
Oh, was it? Okay, so the fire pit, I didn't even think about that. We're actually going to take that back to Texas. So we have a fire pit ring that we bought here. It's a huge fire pit ring. And we have that set outside, and then we would usually like set our chairs around it, and we would have fires. And in Texas, it actually does get cold enough in the evenings during the fall and winter that we can have fires. And so we are going to take our fire pit ring with us to Texas so we can have fires out there, because that would be fun. That's one thing we normally do like every fall and winter, and we haven't even done it once in our Texas house. And that's just because we didn't have a spot yet for a fire pit.
Yeah.
But, so that's what you miss. I could see that. The kids love to go out there and roast marshmallows and make s'mores, don't you?
Yeah. I remember one time when I was roasting a s'more, Dad said my marshmallow was perfect.
Yeah.
Because it was like crispy brownish golden.
Yeah, you did have the perfect marshmallow. Good job. One thing you miss.
The sink. For dishes.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so we have a farmhouse sink, and it's huge. And we tend to like put our dishes in there when we're all done with a meal, and then they sit in there until the person who has dish day is able to put them in the dishwasher. Sometimes that sink gets full, especially if somebody forgets.
Yeah.
Sometimes people forget it's their dish day.
I also like the dishwasher too, because it's a lot bigger.
It is bigger, and it's like it's brand new. When we got the house, we got the dishwasher, and or when we. Was it then, or no, it was when we redid our kitchen. So then we got the new dishwasher.
Oh, yeah.
And the one in Texas is old, like
50 years old.
yeah, I don't know. It's probably like early 90s maybe.
Yeah.
And so it is definitely not, although it works good.
It does work good, but
It's not the newfangled, you know,
Small.
push the button and has lots of room kind. Okay, Isabella, what's one thing you missed about our Omaha house?
my room, because it has everything I need.
Has
Right.
everything you need in it?
Yep.
You only share with one person here, don't you? And that's
Yep.
Charlie. And what's in your room?
A closet, a TV, a bunk bed, and I get to go on the top.
Yeah. And your dresser.
Yeah.
And some toys like a kitchen set.
My alarm clock.
Yeah. She said she misses her TV the most. Even though we have a TV in Texas, we only have one. So the kids all have to learn to share. And here in Omaha, everybody has a TV in their bedroom. We have a TV. Actually, usually we have one above the dining room table, but it's outside right now. We have one in the kitchen. We have one in the living room. We have a lot of TVs.
Yeah.
All right, Elena, what about you?
I miss the dishwasher and the sink.
You do too?
Yeah.
The sink is a really nice sink.
It's super nice when it's clean.
I'm surprised that some of the kids say that, but that they even really, notice. But it is a nice sink. And it is a nice dishwasher, and it does have a lot of room in it, so we get a lot more dishes done.
Yeah, and the space. I need my own personal space. I can't have 5 girls on top of me.
So there we have one really big room that was an add-on that has a bathroom in it, and
Smallest bathroom ever.
5 of the girls share that bedroom. But here we have 7 bedrooms, and so you guys each share a room with only one other person.
Yeah.
Except for John and Jade, and they have their own bedrooms.
For a reason. And this is an actual
true story about having the bathroom. A girl was showering, another girl was going to the bathroom, a girl was brushing her hair, a girl was getting dressed, and another girl was brushing her teeth.
Yeah. What's crazy about that is in Texas, we even have 3 bathrooms.
Yeah. And it feels just so crowded because the bathrooms here are so big.
Yeah, they are a lot bigger. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin, you're up next. What do you miss about our Omaha house?
My bedroom.
Your bedroom? I think Gavin, just like Isabella, misses his TV the most. Gavin does not like to share the TV remote. As a matter of fact, the kids in the Texas house will hide the remote in their pockets or under the couch, or because they don't want anybody to change the channel. And so if they leave to go to the bathroom, sometimes they'll take it with them in the bathroom. And
Okay, I don't do that.
yes, you do.
No, I don't.
That he does do that.
No, I don't.
All right, Jade, what about you?
The trail out there, because I can walk hardly, like not really off leash, but yeah, off leash up and down the trail, running with him or around a yard, and then also my own bedroom.
Okay, so here's what I think is funny about this, okay? So we do have a trail. It's a horse trail, and the people get to ride their horses, and it's really actually cool to watch people ride by out our windows on their horses in the summer. And so Jade likes to take Harley up there. What I think she likes most is that sometimes she runs into friends. And the kids would take the dogs by the school, and they would wave at their friends because we live fairly close to the school.
But when I'm up by the school, I put him on a leash.
Oh, yeah, he has to be on a leash, yeah. And then you said your own bedroom, and Jade was begging me to have a roommate. And now in the Texas house, she has 4 other roommates.
Be careful what you wish for.
I always tell her that. Okay, John, what's your one thing?
2 actually.
Oh, 2? He has 2. Okay.
It's my own bedroom, of course.
Okay, so John has his own bedroom here, and in Texas he shares with Gavin, that's not too bad, but sometimes little brothers are a pain.
Especially at night, you know, like they're trying to play with their toy and it just smashes on the wall. Mom busts on the door, down, you're grounded.
The boys, including John, like to play at night when they're supposed to be sleeping.
Until 12.
Yeah, late. What's the other thing?
Also, the other thing I like is the floors. I can just slide around.
So the kids do slide around in their socks on the floors, and they are wood floors. And I can't say enough. I keep saying this in our videos over the last 3 years, that the floors are Timbercraft Pergo floors, and they hold up to everything. And this is not sponsored. I just love the floors this much. The kids, the dogs' toenails, water spills, everything. We've never had any trouble at all with our floor.
There is one thing I don't like is those stairs, because the carpet, it's all fuzzy, and there's this much that isn't part of the stair. It's all fuzz.
Yeah.
So you just slip down.
We have brand new carpet on our stairs.
I slept on 3 times this morning.
The kids will go down in their socks, and they like to slip down the stairs, and then they end up just slipping too far. And
We don't like slipping. We just start casually walking down.
yeah, I don't.
Then all of a sudden, we look down and we see, oh, I have nothing on this foot, and I step, and you just fall.
You're so funny. I watch you go down the stairs like this. Throop, throop.
I do that. But,
Oh yeah. See, now he tells
no,
you.
no.
Okay, Lily, what did you build?
Baby snowman.
A baby snowman. That's good. He looks so cute. And you even put a little hat on him.
Yep.
Okay, well, we have enough snow out here to build a big one.
Yeah.
But you did a baby one.
Yeah.
He looks good, though.
Thanks.